If you have ever struggled with self-discipline or you have ever wondered what disciplined people do differently from you, then this video is the only video you would ever need to watch on this topic. The very last point might actually make all the difference in your self-discipline journey. So watch till the end and let's dive in. I am a firm believer in starting from within and working your way outwards. So the very first point is going to first tackle the internal work that you need to do. The fruit of your spirit is self-control. What I mean by that is the Holy Spirit lives in you as a Christian, as a believer. And the Holy Spirit has certain traits. And you'll see some of these traits listed in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 23. Let's read it. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Guys, if one of the traits of the Holy Spirit is self-control and the Holy Spirit lives within you, that means you have it inherent in you to practice self-control or to be a self-disciplined person. And to emphasize this point, 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 says this: "For God will never give you the spirit of fear, but the Holy Spirit who gives you mighty power, love, and self-control." Guys, as you can see clearly by these scriptures, you have the spirit of self-control. You have the ability to be self-disciplined. However, you can choose to activate it or not activate it. So for example, if you are the president of a certain country, you can have certain powers to make certain decisions. However, you can choose to exercise those powers or not. In the same way, you have the power to be a self-disciplined person, but you can choose to exercise it or not. It doesn't take away the fact that you have that power inherently in you. All you need to do is to want to exercise self-discipline, and as long as that desire is there, then 99.9% of the work is done. It is at this point that when you ask God to help you, you will be able to see visible results because you already told yourself that you're a self-disciplined person and that you are going to be disciplined in an area. And so God helping you is just going to give you strategies on how to practically apply that to whatever situation it is that you need self-discipline in. Prayer doesn't necessarily work if you don't even see yourself as a disciplined person. If you do not know that you have the spirit of self-control in you, because you do not associate yourself with somebody that is self-disciplined, even if you were to pray from today to tomorrow, you might not see much of a difference because you don't even believe that you are capable of being self-disciplined. And that is the very root of the problem. But the moment that hurdle is crossed, everything else that we're going to discuss is going to be super easy. So now that the mental angle has been taken care of, let's talk about the physical angle, which leads us to our next point. Be proactive. If you really believe that you're a self-disciplined person, there are certain things that you will put in place to ensure that you live up to that identity. And that may include planning or getting accountability, but you will be proactive about certain things. You will take preventive measures so that you can actually live out your self-disciplined nature. So for example, I shoot a minimum of 2 videos every week, and that requires a sense of self-discipline to keep coming back over and over again and stick to that schedule. And I won't lie to you, it isn't always easy, but I believe that I am a self-disciplined person. And so I take measures and I plan, I am proactive to ensure that I actually do the thing that I say I am going to do. And what do I mean by that? I have a set day for shooting videos. If I tell myself shoot day is Mondays, except due to circumstances beyond my control, I will plan ahead to ensure that I actually keep to that schedule. And that would mean a day before the day that I'm supposed to shoot, I would have scripted the content. Weeks before I even script the content, I would have written down the topic idea. So now, when it is required of me to actually sit down and make the video or shoot the video, it then becomes a lot easier to exercise self-discipline because I was proactive and I planned ahead. What also helps is accountability. I have told you guys, expect videos from me on a certain day. And so you guys actually keep me accountable because I know that because you guys expect a video to drop at a certain day, I cannot but ensure that I show up. These are preventive measures that you can take to ensure that you live up to your identity as a self-disciplined person in any area of your life. And as a plus, Self-discipline is actually a muscle. So every time you exercise it, you're getting stronger and stronger in that area. I didn't start shooting videos today. I've been doing this for a long time. It was way harder in the past compared to sticking to a schedule now, because I have done it over and over and over again. Just like someone would go to the gym, and because you have lifted those weights over and over and over again, the next time it is required of you to lift weights, it's not going to seem like this impossible task that you cannot do, simply because you have exercised that muscle and you've gotten stronger in that area. Before I go to the next point, one thing that will really help you is whenever you discover that you have shown self-discipline in an area, celebrate it. Celebrate yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, I'm proud of you. Okay? Because that will make you feel good. And the next time you have to exercise self-discipline in that area, you'll remember how you felt the last time you exercised it. And it will be easier to want to exercise that same level of self-control again. Finally, this point will change the game for you. The most self-disciplined people are not these perfect people that just have it all together and are able to exercise self-control on demand. No, the most self-disciplined people are people that do not ever have to exercise it. Let me explain. They have designed their environment to support their new habits so that they don't ever have to exercise that muscle. For example, if you have a room in your house that is designated for shooting videos, it will be so much easier for you to go and shoot a video compared to someone that would have to look for a shooting location and set up to shoot, and then after shooting unpack and return the shooting gear back to a certain location. Because of the amount of work required and because they don't have an environment that supports that self-discipline, it will definitely take a little bit more effort than someone that already has a location that is designated for shooting and has their gear there on standby. Another very good example that you probably can relate with is if, for example, you're trying to stay away from sugar, you're trying to be self-disciplined and eat healthy, and you do not have any sugary things in your fridge. It's going to be easier for you to exercise self-discipline than someone that always has like sugary stuff in their fridge. Even if you want to exercise self-control in that area, when you open your fridge and you see that sweet goodness, it will be harder to look away and exercise self-control in that moment. So do not make it harder for yourself. Prime your environment to support your new habit of self-discipline and self-control. And as you do so, I know that you're going to enjoy God's help in that area, and I'm rooting for you. If you found this video valuable in any way, kindly give this video a like or a thumbs up and subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. If you're wondering what you can do in a situation where you find that you're being tempted often on your journey through self-discipline, then you can actually check out this video right here. See you there.